Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, reviewing Love Island Australia Season 5, Episode 13 and 14. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. Because Lucinda and Zach were single, the Islanders get to vote if they want them to couple up or not. They said they can do poems for each other. They sucked. The poem sucked, but Lucinda already admitted that this is not what she's good at. So anyways, the Islanders said, okay, cool, y'all can couple up together. Speaking of sucking, Trent.
I just actually don't know if he's giving me enough to explore it. He's so hot and cold. It's so hard. That's kind of like not it though. I'm not going to feed a fire that isn't giving me anything in return.
And that's totally fair enough, babe.
There is a guy coming for me. I have this feeling that there is somebody here for me.
Savannah keeps fighting her gut, and her gut has been telling her Trent is not it. Girl, listen to your damn gut, okay? Listen to your damn gut. Like, stop forcing this. It's just not it. It really isn't. And I hope that when she watches this back and she sees the madness Trent has been doing and saying behind her back, she really gives it to him. Or actually, no, because that sometimes shows that you still care. I hope that she literally pays him dust. Like he's just the most irrelevant person ever. I don't even care if they end the season as friends. I don't give a damn. I feel like she's one of the more disrespected people this season. I mean, Kira takes the title for that. Mercy God. Yeah. But Savannah, nah. I got my own feelings for Savannah, but in the way that Trent treated her, she deserves so much better. Nate tells Georgia that at this point in time, he doesn't see himself being interested in anybody else, turning his head for a new bombshell. He's all in on Georgia.
I'm taking it away.
Else.
I know I owe you a lot.
What
as
if
well.
a new bum walks in?
What are you filming?
Feeling good?
Yeah?
Yeah, really good. Nate was a good kisser. Like, it was a good kiss. Yeah.
I feel like I've gotten from like almost like rock bottom in the villa to like straight to the top.
I'm just here like, Nate, I love you, I do, but you really gotta test the waters first, because he seems to have a tendency to jump in head first, not knowing whether or not his person he's coupled up with is on the same wavelength. And so he's like, oh yeah, all my eggs are in your basket, while the other person is still like, I don't know yet. I'm just gonna hold on to my eggs before I start placing them in yours, because I'm seeing a few other options where I would want to place my eggs too. The next day, the girls are having a day out. There's a bombshell. His name is Andy. Can't speak today. He is from Seattle, and a lot of the women are very intrigued by him.
I'm a big sucker for Americans, like a big sucker.
To me, I'm hearing that you're open.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I think all it takes is a couple conversations.
Yeah, it
You know what I
does.
mean? A lot can change in a little bit of time.
Yeah,
so.
exactly.
We're so good at the moment, and we really want to make it work. So,
I've done this one myself.
Oh, I love it.
Do
no,
you?
half my tattoos are horse shit anyways. I get them in random times.
Do you?
my head was so solid until today. Not gonna lie. My head was so solid.
Lucinda definitely has learned from the Ryan situation. She chose to shut that down immediately, okay? So that there's no question on whether or not she's interested. Somebody else who I thought was gonna shut it down was Nakia, but this might be a controversial thought because I know some people are looking at Nakia sideways. I don't remember, I also didn't watch their date. I don't remember Nakia actually solidifying the fact that she and Kale are exclusive or closed off. I know that they wanted to be, and maybe they solidified that on the date that I didn't watch. So her being like, oh, I mean, I was completely sold on him until today. I'm just like, I feel like that makes sense. But yeah, things didn't really turn out that great for her, because what they don't know is that the man who isn't picked, the girl who Andy picks is then his couple, and then the guy left single is being immediately dumped, okay? The girls don't know this. Andy doesn't know this. The guys back in the villa do. So one by one, the guys are coming in. I mean, the girls are coming in. Oh my gosh, I'm so confused. One by one, the girls are coming in. And then the last two girls are Nakia and Savannah. I personally thought it was going to be a toss-up because I think he was vibing with Savannah too, but I guess Nakia was his top pick. That's who he chooses. And now Kale is immediately gone.
She can get fucked.
It just kind of showed her true colours, and I think it was really disgusting, to be honest.
She can't help her feelings, but for that to change in a matter of hours today, I didn't think Nakia was that type of girl that would do that.
It's not your fucking relationship, though. It's not ruining anything you've got going on. I understand it sucks that Kale's leaving, but you can see him on the outside. He's not dead.
Honey, Kale did not turn his head around to see if Nakia was good. He just walked off. I was like, okay, I mean, I understand your mind running and thinking like, well, dang, what kind of assurance did she give him so that he would pick her? But at the end of the day, like, he picked her. She didn't pick him. Like, it wasn't up to Nakia what the result was going to be. And on top of that, nobody knew that the outcome was going to be somebody being immediately dumped. So it was just a mixed bag of foolishness. Zach is so irritated. He's like, she's a snake. She's showing her true color. Shut up. Shut up. The last thing we want to hear is from you trying to be moral over other people. You have said horrible things about your own partner, who you claim you're on the cusp of saying you love. Please, don't want to hear it, okay? To add insult to injury, Nakia and Kale did have a conversation the night before in the bed saying that if somebody else came in and if for some reason they get dumped, they're going to leave with each other. So on that note, Nakia, you look kind of grimy. You do. You do. Again, I don't think that they actually claimed to be exclusively together, but if you tell the man when somebody comes in and you leave, I'm leaving with you, you kind of have to leave with them. But I'm trying to think back too of like situations where we thought somebody would leave with somebody and they didn't. I think it's so much easier to say in the moment, like, yeah, of course I'll leave with you, but you don't know who else is coming in. You don't know how much better you match with them. And honestly, as time is going on, it looks as if Nakia and Andy actually do have a strong connection. You know what I mean? At least on Nakia's side, she's definitely a lot more sold on Andy than she was with Kale. So yeah, everybody's kind of looking at her sideways. I understand why they're looking at her sideways. And then another part of me is like, but it's also Love Island. Like, come on. I'm going to leave for you. I've only known you for a week. What do you mean? The love of my life could be coming in about 2 weeks. I don't know. I'm not leaving with you. And if we're really meant to be, I'm going to see you on the outside. So while everybody's hounding Nakia on her morals, here goes Trent, who is actively stringing Savannah on, wanting to go and talk to Georgia.
If I had the choice, I would choose you over Sav in a heartbeat right now. If I've got something to chase, like Georgia, like something that I want, I usually get what I want. Lips natural?
Nah.
Yeah.
Got a bit of filler in there. I've got fake boobs.
Do ya?
Yeah.
Do ya?
Yeah.
You should be able to try before, like, free the nip so that we can see.
Trent just literally like makes my skin crawl. I cannot stand him at all. I need Georgia to really open her eye. Like, why aren't more people looking at the fact that, I'll give Georgia a little bit of grace, she just came in, but why aren't people looking at the fact that how you treat other people is potentially how you could treat me? The man has been so disrespectful to his own partner. What makes you think he would be better to you? Maybe he'll be better to you in the meantime, but as soon as those feelings start to dry up or the honeymoon phase is phasing out, the true self shows up again. Like, let's be for real. This man is talking to her about, oh, well, I don't really like, the fake lips and the fake boobs and whatever. And she's like, I have filler and I also have a breast augmentation. All of a sudden his opinion on it changed. I mean, it looks fine on you. Like, it looks so natural on you. Like, no. Even that alone would have been enough for me to be like, I'm done. The next morning, Tyra is really frustrated with Mr. Maturity, Aiden.
You haven't made the bed since you've been here. He goes, yeah, but like, Ben would help me make the bed and would make me a coffee.
We'll have to make a deal where, like, I know you make, but I'm like, you get the coffee though, so.
Ben did both.
I don't feel drawn to him. Like,
You don't feel drawn to Aiden like you did with Ben?
no.
I think Aiden's actually kind of immature. I know he's like 29, I just get immature vibes.
I don't even know what to say, because literally what they were calling maturity was one of them, which I think was Ryan, not even Aiden, refilling the ice tray. The women looked at that and said, that is grown man behavior. Girl, maybe he just needed some ice. What do you mean? What? So yeah, I'm not surprised that the glamour of Aiden has faded very quickly. I am kind of disappointed that he is 29 and doesn't realize, like, hey, maybe we could do the bed together and then do the breakfast together too. And then for her to throw it back in his face like, well, Ben used to, okay, Tyra, come on now. And like this whole I really want to love this cast. Just because I feel like the season is giving us, you know, drama and excitement and twists and turns, but the cast is so unlikable, from the men to the women, honey. Everybody's just getting on my last nerve. Savannah and Abby are realizing that they are failing at trying to make fetch happen in their couples, and so they decide to call it quits.
We are so totally flogging a dead horse here.
I know. And I was going to pull you for this chat today.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't get anything from you to make me feel like you like me at all.
Yeah, I'm just not really feeling that.
I'm so happy for Savannah. Regardless of my feelings about her, I do think that it was very, like, strong of her to realize, listen, I'm fighting a losing battle here. Like, obviously we're forcing it. I'm not going to keep doing it for the sake of just wanting to be with somebody. Like, I need to choose myself. I love that for her. Trent was never going to do that. Trent was absolutely never going to do that. He was going to wait until the last minute if he had to make a choice. And if Georgia did not pick him, he just would have stayed with Savannah, his safe option. Like, let's be for real. And then with Abby, I want to feel for her, but you literally were told about Reed and how he is, and you bypassed all of that. Nate was an option. You didn't want to go for Nate. Ryan was an option. You wanted to be defensive with Ryan on your date. Like, you've called out Reed on his behavior a long time ago, and he has not changed since then. So why she was holding on, I don't know. I'm still proud of her for deciding that, listen, this is not for me. The man literally was like, because she was like, I feel like you're just not into me. And he's like, yeah. And then he's gonna go off and say, like, you know, honestly, it is good timing because a new bombshell might come. Reed is so disgusting. And then he's like, oh yeah, she took it so well. Fear men. After God, fear men. They had a challenge, and we're not gonna talk about everything, just the things that stood out to me. Abby chose to kiss Zach, which was a shock to everybody, but she just did it for the banter. Savannah chose to kiss Andy, okay? Georgia chose to kiss Nate, but she chose him as the safe option. Yeah, I loved seeing the fact that Trent got no play in the game, but because he didn't get play in the game, that's kind of just like lighting a fire under him, so he's gonna do something about that later, right? After the challenge, Savannah has now climbed up the ranks in Andy's opinion.
I talked to you for like 2 minutes on the boat.
It was so quick.
Yeah, it was so fast.
I'm always real quick, you know?
Oh, cool. Well, I might just go back upstairs.
The only thing that's got me concerned about them too is that fucking challenge.
Right. I know that challenge definitely.
Yeah.
Made me a bit.
It's a bit, yeah.
Did you think I was gonna pick you?
It had crossed my mind, but I really didn't know, but I'm glad you did. So I was rubbing it in. I was like, this is nice.
He's funny. We get it.
So I'm glad that there have been a few people who have now shown interest in Savannah, but it does sadden me that the interest in Savannah only grows once her sex appeal is on display. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but with Trent, it's after her sex appeal was on display. With Andy, it's after her sex appeal was on display. With Aiden, it's a little bit different because he came in being like, you know, I like your vibe, whatever, whatever. But the main thing that they were talking about, which based on what we saw, could have been more. The main thing of what they were talking about was how freaky she is and how sexually liberated she is. And I'm just like, I love that Savannah is very comfortable in her own skin and she's not ashamed about her sexuality and anything like that. I just hope that people are able to see her as more than just a sex object. And it seems like that has been a pattern in her life. If she wants to change it, because maybe she doesn't, but if she wants to change it, I hope that she has that revelation here and she realizes, like, I don't have to be overly sexual to get a man's attention, you know? And I don't even know if she's doing that deliberately. It's just that that's been the trend that I've been seeing. Anyways, the episode ends with Trent talking to Georgia. He learns that she actually did want to pick him, and so he's really laying it on her.
I feel like I can offer you heaps more than what they can.
Yeah.
I honestly think I'm at number one now, and I've been confident I can get this done the whole time. Would you have sex in the villa?
No.
Wait till you get
I
out?
think my dad would kill me. One of my biggest icks is when they're too much of a boy's boy. That's a deal breaker.
No way, I'm like a fucking...
You have some simp energy.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
The funniest thing about Trent's game is it's the same as Zach. I'm so much better than this person, and that's why you would pick me. Not even telling us what about you is so great. It's just he's apparently better than Nate. Like, how? How? The only thing I will give him is that he put some effort into trying to woo a woman. The one thing that really does irritate me about Nate is he seems to get comfortable so quick, and he thinks that if he has feelings for you, you must have the same feelings back. And I'm like, learn how to woo the women, like do something, give them something to hold on to. He gets comfortable so quick, so the next guy who shows her energy, she's like, oh, well, this is nice. Like, Nate, come on, buddy. Come on, give us something. Especially now that we got 2 new bombshells coming in. I don't remember their names. The boy looks like he's all of 16 years old. Wow, apparently he's 24. The girl, I think, is also 24. It'll be interesting to see how this goes. There's so many people in this villa. We need to get some people out of here real soon. But until then, as always, please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.